Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the adventures of Ranash with downtoearthastronomy. You might recall last time Ranash managed to clear out SerectLab Keep and get the books that he was sent out to recover from for the college. But a problem has arisen. You see, on his way down here, he got attacked by a member of the Dark Brotherhood, and he knows enough about them to know that they are trained assassins. He luckily managed to deal with the assassin, but the problem is it's doubtful they will stop there, just sending one guy, he got killed, and then they'll most likely just send another, and better next time. So Ranash is quite afraid for his life, and this leaves a problem, because if we open up the map, you can see here, we are currently in SerectLab Keep. We need to head back to the college up here. Now, last time we took the track up here to Dawnstar, and then took along the coastline up to Winterhold and to the college. Ranash is not too keen on going too close to some of the major cities, because he's afraid that would be an option or opportunity for them to actually go and attack him again. So the plan is this time to head to Windhelm, which of course is also a large city, and last time he was there people were quite hostile. But he heard of a boy in Windhelm who have been trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood. Now this is the only lead he has to get some information, so I think the plan is going to be to go to Windhelm, try to locate that boy, see if we can get some information. If we can't, we'll have to go back to the college. Now the problem is Ranash doesn't know, we can get on the way while we do this, Ranash doesn't know who actually put a bounty on his head. He hasn't specifically been pissing any people off or anything. So he's not really sure who would have put that bounty on his head. It could be that he's, without knowing it, he could have been like stepping on some toes at the college, and someone there is out to get him. It seems a little extreme already now to hire a mercenary, but regardless, he's not really sure who he can trust at this point, because someone clearly put a hit out on him. After about half day's travel, Ranash actually makes it to Windhelm. This gives him hopefully plenty of time to locate this boy and get out of town. Hopefully also to find a place to sleep for the night. He's not too keen on sleeping inside the city, again because mercenaries, so he don't want to sleep in obvious places. Ideally just find some abandoned cave or something and sleep there. Just to ride out the cold Skyrim nights. But first we want to find an inn. And it wouldn't happen to be an inn, this, is it? Is this an inn? It's a hall of some sort. Looks and sounds like an inn. This is a quite nice place.
With a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art.
Here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor.
Great.
Got some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat.
Let's just try to ask for rumors. So, have you heard of anything suspicious going on in the city lately?
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Not really that helpful. Maybe we can try. I mean, who else would have information about what's going on?
We ought to dig a big.
It was difficult at first. The knowledge of this city wrecked since her sister was killed.
Thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. The divine smile on a
Seems she doesn't know anything either. Who else can we? What else can we do?
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
Wait, so this is just common knowledge? Can you tell me where he lives?
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine. then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child, wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
Okay, so we just, by randomly trying to talk to, talk to one of the guards, and we just ran into these people talking about saying that he lives right here. The door is locked, however. I wonder if there's another way in. Or do we really have to pick the lock? Look, there's no one around, and now Khajiits already have a bad reputation, but there's no one around, so I think we're just gonna try to pick the lock. There we go, fairly easy lock.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. So very tired. Die, Grilla, die!
What is going on?
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized
Oh, he's in some deep
blood and
shit
fear.
here. Okay, let's try to talk to him.
You've come at last! I knew you would!
Are you alright?
It worked! I knew you'd come! I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things, and then you came! An assassin from the Dark Brotherhood!
I'm sorry, but I think you got this all wrong. I'm not who you think I am.
Of course you are! I prayed, and you came, and now you'll accept my contract!
Contract? What?
My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind, but she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind.
Are you sure about this, boy? Murdering this woman?
I've never been more sure about anything in my entire life. Someone like Grella doesn't deserve to live one more day. She's a monster.
Tell me about your mother. What happened?
She got sick last winter when the snows came, and she never got better. Not all year. One night, she fell asleep and never woke up. So now I'm all alone, and the Jarl said I have to go in an Honor Hall orphanage. It's not fair!
There's no talking sense into him.
Here.
And that wasn't helpful at all. So this leaves us pretty much exactly where we started. It didn't give us any new information, didn't give Ranash any new information about what's going on with the Dark Brotherhood and why they're after him, or it didn't really give us any information about how to find them either. I mean, we got some information about the Black Sacrament. That could be a way to try and lure an assassin out, but finding the assassins, I'm pretty sure they will find Ranash rather than us having to try and fight them. It is currently pretty late, but as I said earlier, Ranash is not too fond of trying to stay in the city. So what he'll probably be doing now is to try and find a place to sleep. Probably make it out of town, make it up the coastline, and see. I mean, there are some farms up here. Maybe we can get a place to sleep out there, or I don't know. We'll figure that out, or find a place to sleep at least. So let's head out of town before it begins to get too dark. Oh, look, this is perfect. This looks like an old abandoned house. Oh, hold on. There's someone home. Hello?
Now ain't this a surprise?
Okay, they're not friendly. Ow. Let's get that Atronach out again. Guys, I just need a place to sleep. Is this really necessary? Okay, Atronach, I'm gonna move you over there. I'm gonna use this rock here for cover. That's one. Okay, let's deal with the rest. This seems to be another bandit hideout. Good. As long as they stay close to the Atronach, they'll take burning damage. Oh. Bandit. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was close. And alright, now it's once again stuck behind a tree. They're really powerful, but they are dumb like a rock. There we go. Good Atronach. Now, this place doesn't offer much in terms of heat, but it does offer a little bit of protection from wind at least. And there is a bed we can sleep in, and it looks like they also left some of their spoils behind. And there's a fireplace to keep us warm. Now we just have to hope that no one else comes past here. But usually these bandit hideouts are often abandoned and not really in use. So it is about 6:30 in the afternoon now. So I think it would be a good time to just have a look around this place, see what they left behind, and then get some sleep here. Not the best location to sleep, but it will have to do. And then hopefully tomorrow we can make our way all the way to Windhelm, or to Winterhold. Oh, will you look at that? Looking through one of the chests they left behind, they did have what looks like a treasure map. Huh. So, some kind of ruin, city, castle, something with a fireplace and a rock with a noose on it. And there's something hidden there. Interesting. We'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. We made it back in one piece. Now it's time to hand over those books again. And hopefully now we can continue the research. And we'll also have to figure out what we do about that.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly.
The Black
Are we
Brotherhood.
clear? Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
Here are the books that went missing.
Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself? If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here. I suppose you've earned these.
After a lot of consideration, Ranash has decided that he can't really do anything to the whole Dark Brotherhood problem at the moment. I mean, he has nothing to go by. The only thing he has to go by is that apparently the boy wants someone in Riften killed, and Ranash is definitely not going to carry that out. But other than just sitting and waiting around and hope that he spots the assassin moving in, which would be unlikely, there's really not a lot he can do. So at this point he must just have to be vigilant and keep an eye out and continue his work here as here at the college. And after all, the stronger a mage he becomes, the easier time he would have to protect himself in case another assassin comes in the future. Ulgar suggested I come and see you.
Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery?
I found a certain book, Nights of Tears.
Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Mare fought over? I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before.
Indeed.
Eliad, Dwemer, Daedric, and even Falmer. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience, This marvelous object. It practically radiates magicka. Yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aaron is already hard at work, and hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must intrude. It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
We will.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go.
What's going on?
Really? Well, allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Psijic Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you, specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants.
So you might recall that a few episodes back when we were exploring the ruins for the college, we did get some indication that there was still some activity around the Psijic Order. We don't really know a lot about them, other than that apparently they have something to do with this orb, and now apparently there's an associate from the Psijic Orders on our doorsteps. Why are you so concerned about this? They seem friendly enough.
I'll be the one asking the questions. All you need to know is that the Psijic Order is a rogue organization, believing themselves to be above the law. They have clashed with the Old Mary Dominion before, and I have no intention of allowing that to happen here. Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he is here, and then he will be removed from college grounds.
This is all very strange.
Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. It is good to meet you in person.
What's going on? What happened to everyone?
I'd simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately. But I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with.
And what does all this has to do with me?
You set this chain of events in motion at Sarthal. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Onkano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so.
So what exactly is the problem?
As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided.
Okay, I'll help, but I don't know what to do.
Unfortunately, the future is as obscure to us as it is to you. The overwhelming power of the Eye makes it difficult for us to see. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours.
Who is this Augur of Dunlane?
He was once a student here at the college. Now he is something different.
What? Okay, so where can I find this Augur?
I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry.
Were
you about to say
What is the
something?
meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here he is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
Okay, this actually fits quite well with Ranash, to be honest. Because the meeting can stay inside the college for a while, and I guess the college is safer than many of the other places, or at least outside the college. I mean, there should be some level of protection here, unless, of course, the person who's out to get Ranash is actually within the college. But if they were, they probably wouldn't be trying something on themselves. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Ranash heads back to his room to try and think about this whole thing, and he found Toldir waiting for him.
Younger generations embrace. The college will be here for you no matter what. We always look after our own.
Have you ever heard of an augur of Dunlane?
Well now, there's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose he's still down in the Midden, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello for me, won't you?
Where's the Midden?
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
I guess we are heading into the basement. Let's see if we can find this guy or whatever he is. He said he wasn't an associate, he was something else. Is he still human? Okay, what do we have here? What is this? An offering box? What can we... Okay. This is odd. Let's try to offer something. What do we have? We have some fire salt. Let's try to give it some fire salt and see what happens. And then we can activate it. You lack a required item. I guess we'll have to come back to this later then. It's a bone pit. That's a little ominous. What is this? It has the same symbol as the other thing we found. There's a report here. Let's try to read that. Maybe that gives us some clues. The missing students were found in the Midden this morning. Dead, as expected. None of us bothered to keep or detect life charm at this point in the search. The bodies were found together, each suffering the same deformities. Bubbling skin on the arms and face. Conjurer's burn, as it's commonly referred to around the college. There's little doubt they were attempting a summoning ritual well beyond their capabilities. The relic nearby puts any doubt in this theory to rest. I admit that I've never seen one like it. A large, segmented sculpture of a gauntlet. The Daedric seal, and then it is drawn here, embroidered upon the palm. Attempt to move it was in vain. I must show it to the Archmage during his upcoming visit. Perhaps he will know more. While we couldn't move the relic, I was able to perform rings from it. I'm sure the connection between them and the ritual the students were attempting. I'll store these in the Arcanium until we can consult with a conjuration master to learn more. Very interesting. So again, Ranash is very interested in conjuration spells. That's his main focus area. They left a key here. So the fact that someone, and it clearly didn't end well, tried to do some kind of of conjuration spell down here that clearly failed. That's something we will have to try and look into.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Oh, that's creepy. That is creepy. So you're the Augur of Dunlane?
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek. What you seek.
And what is it that I'm seeking?
You seek that which all who wield magic seek. Knowledge.
True.
You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
I'm not the first to come and see you?
No, though you may be the last. The one who calls himself Ancano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
What do I need?
You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Archmage.
So we need the Staff of Magnus, I guess? I think with that, I will leave this episode here. There's definitely a lot going on here at the college now. Now we both have the main research project with the Eye of Magnus, but Ranash also got his own little project now with figuring out what was going on with these students that were trying to perform some summoning ritual down here in the basement. And we'll try to see, maybe we'll have to get a hold of these rings. We're not gonna do that. He's not gonna do it now because he knows where they are. Hopefully they're still in the Arcanium. And he has a key, so there's a good chance he can just unlock wherever they are. But for now, we're going to try to gather as much information as we can about it, and then take it from there. But I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and also next time, I will see you guys in space.